pretty good combination. Now, normally DJ is really quick to hit tee shots in seconds, but he takes a lot more time lining up these putts. Ready to go. This is uphill 50 feet and starts, and it's about halfway there. Lots of pace on this, climbing up, needs to turn right. This is a good roll, and that's going to stop just outside a foot. All right, good pace. DJ should be able to knock that in for par at 1 to stay 13 under.
Yeah, I tell you what, that's one of those pressure-free pars, even though it was a sloppy second shot.
Fourth hole now, Brandon Todd. Smack dab in the middle of the fairway, coming off back-to-back birdies. Plays in from 194, right-hand hole location just underneath the hole. That's going to trickle up inside 5 feet. That's inside 3 feet for 3 in a row for Brandon Todd on the move and firing at flag sticks. He's about to go 9 under. Bill?
Well, yesterday, Jon Rahm put on a clinic, especially on the back nine with the flat stick. He ended up making 128 feet worth of putts. So he and DJ had the same number of putts yesterday, but Rahm 40 more feet. And, of course, coming off that 65 to tie DJ as we start this second round. We're at the first. This putt is 46 feet. Not the same line as DJ, but just a little further left as he comes up from the front right portion of the green. Rahm steadies the feet. One more look at the cup. Takes the putter blade back, gives this a wrap. This is getting inside 10, closing to the hole. Nice looking line. This could drop. Oh, no, everything but in. Just curled off to the left. Boy, that was a nice putt by Jon Rahm. He'll tap in for par. He'll stay 13 under.
No, that ball had to work hard to miss. It's a half inch from the hole, as Bill described, but an easy par.
So 2 pars at 1. DJ Jon Rahm stay tied for the lead. 13 under. Tee shots at the par 3 second in 60 seconds.
Imperial Headwear, the best fit in golf since 1916 and a proud partner of PGA Tour Radio, allows you to design your own hats and visors online at imperialsports.com. You can choose your style and color from hundreds of hats and even add your name on the back. Design your own hats at imperialsports.com and follow Imperial on Instagram or Twitter at Imperial Hats.
Play where the pros play and book your next golf vacation with the PGA Tour's TPC network. Take advantage of incredible spring vacation offers at some of our most iconic courses, including TPC Sawgrass, TPC Louisiana, and TPC Scottsdale. Live the PGA Tour experience and walk the same fairways as the game's greatest players. Stay and play vacation packages are available now. Visit tpc.com/XM to learn more. Welcome to golf at the highest level. Welcome to TPC.
And our final pairing of the day, Dustin Johnson and Jon Rahm have made it to the second tee here at East Lake, the par 3. It's playing 179 yards. Hole is located 10 up and 7 from the right. Both made pars at number 1. And Rahm almost made a 46-footer. Just came up a couple inches short. DJ plays away, and this is going to land on the left side of the putting surface. And just past hole high, so it'll be outside 20 feet for DJ, looking for birdie at 2.
Yeah, a bit of a safer line there for DJ. I must have pulled it because he loves to work that ball left to right. Great hole location for him. Still a very makeable putt coming up.
Yeah, and this is a second hole that has been an opportunity for some of these players out early. It's a front right hole that many have been able to attack. Let's see what happens with the next tee shot, Bill.
Jon Rahm has selected his club here at number 2. Ready to go here. Breeze coming from whatever breeze there is. It's not much right now, coming from the golfer's left. Flag pretty much laying limp here. Rahm coming off par at number 1. Settles in over the golf ball. Takes it back. And holds the follow through for a second, then kind of pulls back. And that went over the flagstick and lands on the middle of the green. So he's outside 20 feet. That's going to be a downhill putt for Jon Rahm. So once again, both players with long birdie putts. We're at the second. DJ and Jon Rahm, both 13 unders, are our leaders.
Yeah, Jon Rahm had to like that ball while it was in the air because, as Bill said, went right over the flagstick. So both players with lengthy birdie putts. Not as close as they would have wanted.
Fourth hole, Sung Jae Im, 10-footer, goes down for birdie, so he goes back-to-back, and he's playing alongside Brendan Todd, who walked up, knocked in his 2.5-footer for 3 in a row. So those two on the move now. Brendan Todd, 9 under, Sung Jae Im, -8. There are moves being made on the front 9, Doug Bell.
Here at number 3, Xander Schauffele just rolled in another birdie that's back-to-back, so he goes to 8 under par. And Abraham Ancer missed an 8-footer for par, so he's back to 7 under with a bogey. And now back in the fairway, Justin Thomas, 135 yards away for his second shot. JT holds that follow-through and watches this ball fly on the front of the green, then hop over past the hole on the left side. Another good look. 12, maybe 14 feet away for Justin Thomas, trying to get to 12 under par.
Well, we know Justin Thomas plays well on this golf course, and the only player in the field with 3 wins for the year. As we mentioned, there's so many things on the line this week these guys have to play for.
Rory stepping in. He's next there. Mark Carnevale.
That's another fairway hit. This one here at the third for Rory McIlroy. Just 129 to a front left hole location. This is a high towering wedge trying to work this ball from right to left. This ball lands past the hole. Actually, that goes well past the hole. That's going to be well outside 25 feet. So maybe a little missed club here for Rory McIlroy at the third. He'll have a lengthy birdie putt to try to get it to 10 under.
Yeah, it doesn't look totally dialed in at the moment. Obviously, that can happen at any second. In golf, it's interesting with your putting or your full swing as a player. If you're not quite in sync at the start of a round, one key shot or one key putt can trigger just exactly what you need, and it looks like that's what he's looking for. And then again, too, making a lengthy putt can do the same thing coming up.
Yeah, and there are now some birdies being made. It's really that group, Brendan Todd, Sung Jae Im. Those two kind of pulling each other along right now. And Brendan Todd has been on the attack, which is something he did. Go back to the fall when he broke back through and won again at the Bermuda Championship. That final day, he just fired at flag sticks, kept hitting it to 5 feet, to 8 feet, to 4. I mean, that's what he does when he's on it. Obviously, today, the setup's great for him. That's what he's doing. Short ones at 2, 3, and 4. And a guy who this time last year had to fight through the Korn Ferry Tour finals just to maintain his status on the PGA Tour. Missed his first 4 cuts of the season. Kind of a journeyman out of nowhere, having a terrific season. And Brendan Todd, 9 under. He's 4 back now. Chance to win the whole thing this weekend, Bill.
Well, John Rahm studying this birdie try here at the par 3 second. Lengthy one downhill, 34-footer. But he threw in some 25, 28-footers yesterday. I think his longest putt yesterday was 29 feet. So after a par at the first, looking for a long one here at the second. Shadow right over the golf ball. Starts his ball down the slope to the right. Needs to turn left, picking up some speed. He stands up as he watches this putt just kind of hang out to the right. The pace was really good. Didn't anticipate that breaking as much to the right as he thought. He's going to walk up and tap this in. He'll stay 13 under, up a hole to Carney.
At the par 4 third, Rory McIlroy has 34 feet as he putts from the back left of the green to the front left. This ball is going to be downhill where it is now, go through a little valley, then back up a little slope, working left to right. Rory holding the putt, and that just gets up to the cup and doesn't drop. Good effort for McIlroy here at the third. He'll tap in for his par, and McIlroy will remain at 9 under.
Yeah, 3 straight pars to open his second round here at the Tour Championship. Got to get a little bit closer than that. It's technically a birdie putt, but not one that you expect to make very often.
To Doug Bell.
Justin Thomas knocking on the door again here at number 3. He's 21 feet away. A putt that'll be downhill and will move from his left to right. The stroke sends it on that line. Now making the move towards the hole, and that'll miss right in front of the cup and out to the right. That's a tough putt to read. And again, solid fairways, greens, 2-putt pars. No sweat ski for Justin Thomas. He stays at 11 under.
Back to Bill Brzezinski now.
And now Dustin Johnson for his birdie try here at the par 3 second. This is 22 feet. This is just a little bit above left of this whole location today, which is front right. DJ 50th in strokes gained putting coming into the Tour Championship this week. Big improvement in his game over the last 4 or 5 years has been the short game. This ball starts down the slope. Lots of pace on this. Looking pretty good, but it's going to turn left. And again, close enough that should be good. Inside a foot, he'll tap in and remain 13 under.
Yeah, pressure-free, 2-putt par. So even par through 2 holes for the co-leader.
Yeah, so those two starting off the day with just some routine pars for DJ and John Rahm, and some ground being made up ahead of them with Brandon Todd. Really today the big mover. Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy, DJ and John Rahm all even par, so the door opened a little bit. Brandon Todd with a 3-under start through 4. He was one of the players. He was like McIlroy, 7 shots behind to start the week. He's climbed up into a tie for 4th now, 4 shots back.
An hour ago, Earl, we were saying that there weren't a lot of low scores or birdies being made, but all of a sudden things are changing. Sebastian Munoz just birdied the 9th hole to shoot 4 under par. 31 of the front 9. Scotty Scheffler is 3 under par for the day through 11. So good scores are starting to appear.
Yeah, those players chopping into the deficit, they need big comebacks, and they're off to good starts today. And Dustin Johnson and John Rahm remain 13 under, a couple of holes into their second round on a Saturday. PGA Tour radio coverage. Final event of the FedEx Cup playoffs continues. Round 2 in Atlanta at the Tour Championship.
Callaway has always been known for innovation and technology. From finding new ways to remove weight to incorporating carbon fiber and developing precise ways to manufacture, it's no wonder the Hyperlight Zero golf bag is a game changer. Wait, is that right? A golf bag? Yes, a golf bag that's everything you would expect from Callaway. Weighing less than 3 pounds and with the most comfortable straps in golf, the Hyperlight Zero is the only choice for golfers who carry. Check out CallawayGolf.com to learn more.
Indeed knows a lot of small businesses took a hit recently and are busy trying to figure out plans for the future. So if you're hiring, it means finding the right people is more critical than ever before. Indeed will help you find the quality candidates you need, while only paying for what you need. Claim your $75 credit to get more quality candidates fast when you post your first job at Indeed.com/high-impact. That's Indeed.com/high-impact. Terms and conditions apply.
Boy, I love golf. So
You dipping tobacco? That stuff can kill you.
relax. This is Jake's Mint Chew. It's made from high-quality mint, has no tobacco, no nicotine, and tastes great.
I've been trying to get my dad to quit.
Then go to jakesmintchew.com and order him some. Jake's Mint Chew really helped me.
What?
I said go to jakesmintchew.com and order some.
Go to jakesmintchew.com now. Chew healthy, chew mint. Available in long cutter pouches. Try some today.
At CDW, we get that migrating your business to a hyper-converged infrastructure is challenging.
Like me switching to decaf. Gotta do it, don't want to do it, but gotta do it.
Whoa, slow down, friend. CDW's experts can help you simplify the transition from legacy to hyper-converged infrastructure with Dell Technologies solutions that offer speed and agility.
Do it. Have you done it? Is it done yet? Why isn't it done yet?
IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Dell Tech.
Everybody's on the golf course here as round 2 continues at the Tour Championship at famed Eastlake Golf Club in Atlanta. And despite these recent unsettling times, we've got some good news for our loyal listeners. Golf Breaks by PGA Tour is running a very cool sweepstakes, offering a chance for 2 people to win a trip to the Players Championship in March. The winner will receive accommodations for 3 nights in Jacksonville, weekend tickets to the tournament, including access to the Captain's Club VIP hospitality on Sunday, and daily transfers to and from TPC Sawgrass. To enter, visit theplayers.com/contest. Let's go over to Bill.
All right, Doug, here at the third, T-balls away for our co-leaders, Dustin Johnson and John Rahm, both parred the first 2 holes. They're both still 13 under. The third hole is a par 4, 388. DJ missed the fairway left. That ball actually landed on the left side of the fairway, but then kicked into the second cut, sitting down in the rough. John Rahm just fine right down the right side of the fairway. We'll see what they can do with their seconds.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of the Tour Championship, the final event of the FedEx Cup playoffs, from historic Eastlake Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia. And as we do at the top and bottom of every hour in our live play-by-play coverage, time now for a leaderboard update brought to you by MasterCard. Tap and go with your MasterCard, the simple, secure way to pay.
All pars for Dustin Johnson, John Rahm, the co-leaders through 2 to start the day. So that lead stays at 13 under. Justin Thomas, even par start, he stays 11 under and 2 back. Rory McIlroy still at -9. Caught by Brendan Todd now, tied for 4th. He's made 3 birdies in a row. Todd and McIlroy 9 under and 4 back. Sung J M and Xander Schauffele, the former Tour champion, tied for 6th at 8 under par, -7. Abraham Ancer and Tyrrell Hatton, and a tie for 8th, 6 shots off the lead. And that's how it stacks up atop the leaderboard right now, with DJ and John Rahm just kind of slowly easing their way into this second round today, playing solid golf, but with a couple of pars there at the first 2 holes. It's at least given the opportunity for some players now starting to make at least a handful of them on the front 9 to make up a little ground in round 2, Doug Bell.
Earl here at number 5, Xander Schauffele had about 6 feet for his par save, and he calmly rolled it in. So Xander Schauffele, again, we talked about him not being on the radar screen. He's definitely there as he stays at 8 under.
Yeah, he's trying to show up like a big blip, like a thunderhead coming through here, which we normally get in the south. But the weather this week is supposed to be perfect. There's no rain in sight, so hopefully it stays that way.
Xander Schauffele has played this Tour Championship 3 times. He's won it once, was the runner-up a year ago, and finished tied for 7th. Sandwiched around that, 2018. His highest score coming into this week in 3 trips to the Tour Championship. He's never shot an over par round. 70, 2 couple of times was his highest score. So there's a guy who knows how to get it done and open with a 67. Bill?
Well, John Rahm, another fairway hit the fairway at 1, now at 3. Nice lie. He's got 129 yards. The hole today, 7 up and 5 from the left-hand side. And again, about half clouds, half sun here today. Partly, I guess, how we describe it. Behind a cloud right now as John swings away. Again, front left hole location. And that lands just past the hole on the right side. That's going to be a downhill putt inside 18 feet. That'll be for birdie. After 2 pars today, he's still 13 under.
Yeah, 13 under. I mean, still tied for the lead. Neither Rahm or Johnson have made a birdie yet early in their final round. But all of a sudden, players are starting to make some birdies, and we've seen a lot of good things happening. Scores are starting to light up here.
And now Dustin Johnson, who's gone back to the bag for a new stick, Bill.
Yeah, 117, but he's in that second cut of rough. And if you're just tuning into our broadcast this week, this is round 2, even though it's Saturday. We'll finish on Labor Day. And this is Bermuda rough. Zoysia fairways and pretty much Bermuda everything else. It is not long, but it is thick, and the ball can disappear. DJ way up into the air with this second shot. That just lands just hole high right, but coming out of that rough, that ball's going to bounce and roll all the way to the back of the green. So he's got a really long birdie putt, the 3rd in a row for DJ, but that's what happens when you hit it in the rough here at East Lake. So both the players with birdie tries coming up after pars at 1 and 2.
We'll head up a hole to Doug Bell.
Here at number 4, Justin Thomas finds another fairway over on the right side. 177 yards remains. Hole cut in that back right-hand corner. It's an uphill approach. That long, deep bunker looms large over there on the right side. JT with that famed waggle where he looks at the club, and now behind the ball and the swing. Sends that skyward, lands right up by the hole, and then rolls out. He's about 6 feet outside left. Birdie knocking on the door for Justin Thomas.
So Justin Thomas trying to make a move he did yesterday, made up a little ground on these co-leaders. Justin Thomas had the FedEx Cup points lead, won the Wyndham Rewards top 10 bonus as number 1 in FedEx Cup points heading into the playoffs. Lost that spot to DJ the last couple of weeks. Mark Carnevale.
Yeah, Rory McIlroy, another good tee shot. This one here at the uphill par 4/4 has 167 to a front hole location. Screen guarded by a deep bunker on the right. McIlroy trying to work this from left to right. And it finds the middle portion of the green and chases out. And that's going to be outside 25 feet for McIlroy. But he will have a birdie putt here at the 4th. McIlroy currently at 9 under.
Yeah, instead of getting that little bit of fade over to that right front hole location, it looked like it did not cut. So went a little bit further than he wanted to, Karn. And he'll have another putt of that length like he's had on a couple of the first holes for birdie.
Yeah, and McIlroy Shot that 64 yesterday. So was he and Abraham Ancer showing the way on a good day for scoring on Friday for the opening round. Right now, scoring average, still don't have players through the entire golf course, but the front nine playing a little bit easier now that some of these later golfers have gotten on the course. So we're about 34.3, so that's about 7/10 under par. It's about where we were yesterday for the entire day. So certainly here in the last, I'd say, hour or so, Mark, things are picking up. We're seeing some birdies made, just not many for these final couple of groups on the course so far. Mark Carnevale.
Girl out here at the green at the par 4/4, 27 feet downhill for Rory McIlroy as he putts to this front right hole location. This ball will work from left to right. There's some movement in the back as Rory backs off, and interesting enough, there's a neighborhood to the east side of East Lake Golf Club where there is a fence, and there are quite a few members, maybe 24 people trying to get a glimpse of the best players in the world. As McIlroy now in over it, starts that ball down the slope to the left, ball working right. This has plenty of pace and has a little too much pace as that one slides by a little bit. So McIlroy will reach into his pocket for a mark. He'll have some work left for his par here at the fourth. Actually, he's going to go ahead and finish, but while he's doing that, we'll go back to the third and Bill Brzezinski.
All right, Carney, we got Dustin Johnson now. Back left portion of the green, hole is front left, so a quick downhill 37-footer for birdie. After pars at 1 and 2. Still the co-leader at 13 under down. The slope it goes. DJ holding that follow through, making its way to the cup and in. Oh my goodness, that one went right in the front door. How about DJ from 37 feet to get to 14 under?
Well, maybe the secret is to miss the fairways. I don't know, but that second shot wasn't able to get close, and that was perfectly judged. Looks like it was going to miss on the left, and as it lost speed, it just died hard to the right. That ball actually entered. If you look at the face of a clock, it entered at about 10 o'clock on the dial. It was amazing.
Well, and he is the first of these top four after round one. These big names, DJ John Rahm, Justin Thomas, Rory McIlroy. First one of those four to make a birdie to break the seal on it today, Bill.
All right, let's see if John Rahm can answer his playing partner here. Downhill, built different angle, and it's 23 feet. And this to remain tied for the lead. We're at the par 4 third. Rahm with the putter blade behind the ball. Starts this down the slope. He holds the finish as well, makes its way to the cup. Not the knee bend. Boy, that knee bend didn't work yesterday. It didn't work again today, at least early. And just missed it on the right. And that's a tap-in par, so he'll remain minus 13.
I don't know about you, Bill or Earl, but I couldn't help to think of the scenario there. Were they going to see a replay of yesterday where one tops the other? Didn't quite happen there.
I was thinking the same thing. Let's go back to Doug Bell.
Here at number 4, Rory McIlroy did finish up that par from 4 feet, so he stays at 9 under, and now Justin Thomas from 7 feet. This putt is going to move left or right. Putter behind the ball, stroke sends it up at the hole, and that's going to miss right. That made a quick turn to the right, and Justin Thomas will settle for par to remain at 11 under. Walks off this green, and with some disgust, throws the putter down at the golf bag.
Well, chance to keep pace with DJ, couldn't do it, and now Dustin Johnson, 38-footer for birdie of 3, breaks in front and has the outright lead over John Rahm at 14 under par as we're just getting things started for round 2 of the final event of the FedEx Cup playoffs. This is the Tour Championship.
Hey, guy who always hits it right. Here's the truth. You don't need to change your swing to get more distance. You just need the Callaway Big Bertha B21 to help straighten out the distance you already have. The new Big Bertha driver is built to reduce side spin and straighten out your drives. And the irons are so forgiving you can practically hit them anywhere on the face and the ball just launches. This is distance any way you swing it. Unlock your inner distance today at CallawayGolf.com/Big Bertha.
Tee up your mornings with the starter on Sirius XM PGA Tour Radio. Taylor Zarb
Arthur will catch you up on the latest golf headlines and get you ready for each week's tournament action. Plus, you can listen in as he talks with the biggest names in golf, sports, and entertainment and takes your calls all morning long. The Starter, weekdays at 7 a.m. Eastern, only on Sirius XM PGA Tour Radio. Sirius 208, XM 92. Brought to you by Pinehurst Resort. 9 golf courses, 1 legendary destination. Visit Pinehurst.com to plan your next golf getaway.
Pinehurst Resort, home to the famed Pinehurst No. 2, has hosted more golf championships than any other site in America. And the U.S. Open returns once again in 2024. The resort also features 8 additional championship-level courses, including Gil Hans's stunning redesign of Pinehurst No. 4, named the best new course you can play by Golf Magazine. 9 golf courses, 1 legendary destination. Visit Pinehurst.com to plan your next golf getaway.
Hey, this is NASCAR driver Chris Buescher. At Roush Fenway Racing, we're always looking for a competitive edge. That's why we rely on Fastenal to supply our shop with the latest innovations from brands like Milwaukee, Loctite, Norton, and Kimberly Clark Professional. With our Fastenal vending solution, tools and parts are always available at the point of use, and every item is tracked to an individual technician and project. The result? Less waiting, less waste, and more time and resources to focus on winning races. Fastenal, giving your business a competitive edge.
Here we go. 125 began. 30 will make it here. Only 1 will be crowned champion. 3 weeks of FedEx Cup playoffs comes down to this. Don't blink. History is made here. The Tour Championship for the FedEx Cup. The PGA Tour's ultimate prize.
Introducing Titleist Tour Speed, where speed meets performance. The new multi-layer technology delivers the ball speed, distance, and short game control you need to play better. Faster than Callaway Chrome Soft, Bridgestone's Tour VRX, and TaylorMade Tour Response. Get new Titleist Tour Speed, or get left behind.
The Tour Championship holding its finale of its playoff season here in Atlanta as usual. And the city of Atlanta has roughly 500,000 residents, but the Atlanta metro area ranks among the top 10 in the United States with a population of more than 6 million people, right behind number 8 Philadelphia and just ahead of number 10 Phoenix. And oddly enough, all 500,000 residents usually use I-75-85 all at the same time. It's amazing to see this two major highways end up going right through the middle of the city. But lots of traffic, lots of people living in Atlanta. This is round 2 of the Tour Championship. T-ball's away. Dustin Johnson, our leader, coming off birdie at the 3rd. He has pulled his left here at the 4th, and he is down in that suck and cuddle rough along the tree line. John Rahm, no problem. Another fairway for him. Mark McCumber down the right side of the fairway, and 172. Rahm is 1 back.
Yeah, John Rahm is yet to make a birdie today, but they are only on the 4th hole. Yesterday, quite a duel we were privy to watch. As one player would make birdie, John Rahm on 4 different occasions made birdie. Dustin Johnson topped him. That didn't happen on the previous hole, but these players still out in the lead. Dustin Johnson at 14, John Rahm at 13. Let's go out to Doug Bell.
Here at number 5, Xander Schauffele with a long birdie putt. 65 feet will leave the flagstick in. It's in the shelf in the back left-hand corner, and he's down the right front portion of this green, this tilted green. Putting uphill, gave it a pretty good whack. It's climbing. Now on that shelf, rolls out past the hole on the right side, and rolls out about 5 feet. So Xander needs to make that to stay at 8 under par.
Yeah, Xander Schauffele is one of those players who has won here on this golf course, so he plays well every time he comes here. He needs to make a big move today, starting way back of our leaders, starting today at 6 under par, but he's started as pretty good with 2 under par. Doug?
Well, Mark, this would be a good 2-putt if he can roll this in from 5 feet. It started at 65 feet away, severely uphill, and now a little tickler coming back down the hill from 5 feet. Aiming outside right. Xander Schauffele with a putter behind the ball. Left hand low. The stroke sends it up and into the center it goes. So well done from long range. And Xander Schauffele stays at 8 under par.
Yeah, if you don't drive it in the fairway, or if you're sloppy from the fairway, you can have some lengthy putts here. These greens at this East Lake Golf Club average just over 6,000 square feet, a little bit on the larger side, a lot of undulation and movement in these greens. So if you hit it outside of that 30 or 40-foot range, which can happen here, you got to work the two-putt. Xander Schauffele did just that. So he'll remain solo sixth place at 8 under par. Going out now to Bill Rosinski.
Yeah, Mark McCumber, John Rahm, and Dustin Johnson both looking at each other as like, who's away? And Rahm said, okay, I'll go first. And according to ShotLink, he is a yard further away, 172. We're at the fourth, and he is on the right edge of the fairway. Hole today, 11 up and just 3 from the right edge. Big bunker will gobble up anything short. If you go right at the flag, John Rahm on the follow-through just totally drops the club. And that's because he tugged it, and he is on the far left portion of the green. So once again, he'll have a long birdie try from well outside 35 feet. DJ ready to go out of the rough. And like yesterday, Mark McCumber, he's just playing it safe. He had trees in front of him. Not a good lie, and he just played it out almost 90 degrees out back to the fairway. It got a little bit forward progress on it, so he plays it to the middle of the fairway. We'll see if he can make it up and down to stay at 14 under.
Yeah, that's a good example of patience right there by Dustin Johnson. This Bermuda rough, even though we talk about it not being exceptionally long, it's very evenly thick. They were over in an area that normal conditions with gallery, it might be matted down. But with no gallery and you miss the fairway by 20, 15 yards, you're still in that thick rough. Let's go out to Carney. Mark Carnevale.
Rory McIlroy missed the fairway right here into the rough. Has 121. This ball lands left side of the green, but this is coming out with a lot of pace. That goes over the back of the green and down the slope, and that is going to be a tough up and down for McIlroy. Even though he missed the fairway, it was a good angle, but a mistake. He's got a tough up and down from behind the green.
Well, that is a tough up and down. Not the kind of start he was looking for. He finished off the round yesterday really well. One of only two players, Abraham Anster, the other, to shoot 64. But not yet kind of dialed in. Got to get things going if he's going to pick up some strokes on our leaders. Doug?
Here at number 5, Justin Thomas hooked his drive off the tee, actually pulled it left. It was more of a pull. Has 121 yards, but he's on the pine straw. Has to hit it low underneath the branches from a tree in front of him. And a successful punch out. One hop short of the green, then rolls up on the putting surface with some steam. Still rolling with a lot of speed off the back of the green and down that big slope in the back portion of this green. We'll go check the lie. JT trying to avoid his first bogey, needs to get up and down to stay 11 under.
Well, you're going to have to, even these good ball strikers, which these guys all are, you're going to have to get it up and down to make some saves in the course of the day, and probably maybe 20 times during the week, even on a good ball striking week. That back hole location gives you a chance to run it onto the green from the rough, but still wasn't able to judge it. Bill?
Well, DJ played out of the rough here at 4 now with his third shot from the middle of the fairway, but still 102 yards away. Hole is located front right, and DJ lands this just below the flag, but that had a lot of spin on it. That's going to make its way all the way towards the front of the green, and will come to a stop right there. So he's in that 25 to 30 foot range. That's for par. Let's go up a hole to Doug.
All right, Bill, off the back of the green here at 5, Justin Thomas has a bad lie. The ball's sitting down in that Bermuda rough. Outside 30 feet away. Does not use a glove on these plays. Likes the feel, the touch without the glove. Relatively wide stance, blade open. Half swing. Flopper up in the air, lands on the collar, and now just drifts down onto the dance floor. And he's 5, maybe 6 feet away above the hole. Needs that to stay at 11 under, Justin Thomas.
Pretty good touch from there. If you were with us yesterday on the 16th and 17th holes, Justin Thomas able to get it up and down from behind the green out of the thick rough, so we know he's got a good short game. You would like to give yourself a better chance for a birdie, but you got to hit the fairways to do it. Carney?
Yeah, the lie for Rory McIlroy over the back of the green isn't too bad. It's going to be helped a little bit by the fact that it's an uphill lie, too. He's got some green to work with, going to try to land it just over the fringe. McIlroy, it was set to play. It looked like a bug flew down near the golf ball, trying to swat that away. So he will go back in through his routine. Again, the ball didn't sit all the way down, so he can definitely get the club underneath the ball without too much worry about the ball jumping. McIlroy now. Hands pressed forward, takes club back, pitches it up, lands it just over the fringe, chasing down towards the hole. Pretty good play, motioning for it to go a little bit. He thought it would go further because of the downslope. He's going to have in that 6 to 7 foot range for a par save for McIlroy here at the 5th to stay at 9 under.
Yeah, that's a big putt to maintain any momentum. Hasn't really created any positive vibes yet without a birdie, but an up and down kind of can do the same thing. There've only been 3 bogeys so far today on that 5th hole. Bill Rosinski, out to you.
Here at the 4th green, the par 4, John Rahm, 52 feet for a birdie. This across this green from left to right. And is a downhiller as well, so it's all about reading that line, giving the right pace to it. Let's see if he can make a long one here to get to 14 under. Out to the left, down the slope, making a turn to the right. Got to stretch, keep going. And that ball's rolling, but it's going to come up short. John with hands on hips and still maybe just inside 5 feet. And that'll be for par to stay minus 13.
Yeah, Rory's got a par putt coming up, Carney.
Yeah, 7 feet. Again, he thought that ball would chase out a little bit. But he had a good up and down back at the 2nd. He's crouching down again to check this putt out. You would think this ball has to move a little bit to the right. The low portion is to the right, so you got to believe this ball may track to the right as that putt is away, holding the finish up to the cup and in. Nice up and down for McIlroy here at the 5th. He remains even on the day and 9 under with a par here at 5.
Yeah, even though he hasn't been quite as sharp with his full swings as he was yesterday, ball striking, that's a great sign for Rory McIlroy when he's making putts. That's a distance that sometimes gives him trouble. He's going to figure out, I think, during the course of the round, tighten things up on the swing, get the ball a little bit closer. So if he can do that, now the confidence is building with a putter. That's how you've got to look at it. Let's go to Doug Bell.
Here at number 5, Justin Thomas, 5 feet for par save above the hole. The stroke sends it at the cup, dead center, and drops to the bottom. So once again, Justin Thomas, like he did yesterday, very good when he misses the greens. And coming out of that Bermuda, he stays at 11 under and bogey free.
Yeah, that's a good putt. Really, really nice save. We're seeing a lot of people struggling to make pars. Just a testament to how challenging this golf course can be. Just over 7,300 yards with this beautiful conditions. But if you miss the green, you got to work hard to get it up and down. Out to Bill Rosinski.
Our leader, Dustin Johnson, trying to save par here at number 4. Drove it in the left rough off the tee, could just pitch it out into the fairway. And then his 3rd spun back to the front of the green. Now 31 feet for par up the slope. Get there, it doesn't. Drops in the front door. Oh, my goodness. DJ, what are you doing? What a save. He's made 68 feet worth of putts his last 2 holes. He stays 14 under.
Boy, there may not be a lot of gallery here. You are able today to have credentialed family members follow. You could hear them whooping and hollering. All of a sudden, like Bill mentioned, some serious length in putts. 2 straight bombs by DJ. Bill?
Well, John Rahm now faced with a 5-footer here. And this will be for par. He had to be thinking coming to this hole, I should be able to pick up 1, maybe tie for the lead again. Now he's going to make this. Otherwise he's going to drop another shot. Putter blade back. Breaks to the right and breaks into the cup. Nicely done. Good 2-putt, so he remains 13 under par. Yeah, there are fans. There's houses here behind the fence, behind the green here, and a bunch of people came up, climbed up the fence, and looking over and watched some pretty good golf there from DJ.
Yeah, the bleachers are erupting from off the property. Yeah, very good save there. And he looks awfully good with a putter from long distance and from inside of 10 feet.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge save to keep him in front. The long putt to take the 1-shot lead, and then the one on top of it here after getting in trouble off the tee. DJ, 68 feet worth of putts the last 2 holes, and maintains that 1-shot lead on a Saturday. 1 under for the round, still 14 under, and up by 1 over John Rahm, with Justin Thomas still even par in his round, now 3 shots back. So early advantage to DJ thanks to the hot flat stick so far today.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing that if you think about through 5 holes, he's made almost the amount of putts as he made all day yesterday. He did say, though, start of the day, Earl, that he had to hit more fairways to give himself better opportunities. Now that he's got the flag stick going, he's going to have to find some fairways and greens.
Well, try to keep it going now. At the 5th, DJ on the tee. Coming off that huge make, 450 for this par 4. Big lash with the driver and quick to pick it up. So it's that power cut right in the middle of the fairway. DJ, good tee shot here, and he straightened up the fairways missed issue he had late yesterday. Another good tee shot for Dustin Johnson.
I can't tell you, Express, how valuable it is to know that you can work the ball one direction. Now, think about it mathematically. You've got a 30-yard wide fairway. If you can aim at the left edge of the fairway, knowing it's going to either, at the worst, go straight or cut, you've got the whole fairway to work with. If you aim down the middle and don't know which way it's going, it gives you half the amount of room to find the fairway.
Well, all the fairways hit so far for John Rahm. DJ there, just his second hit fairway, but that's enough for him and the red-hot putter to keep him in front. John Rahm has certainly gotten off to a better start off the tee than he did yesterday. A few waggles, a few little resets off the tee, and he'll put one and pipe it up the right-hand side, eyeing it up as he's hoping it hangs in there. And yeah, it does. Left side of the fairway, it hugs that left side and turns back in. So 2 in the fairway there for the final group. Up ahead, Mark Carnevale.
Earl out here at the uphill par 5, 6th hole, playing 503 yards today. Justin Thomas off the tee first. Good tee shot just in the first cut of rough on the left-hand side, maybe 6 inches off the fairway. And Rory McIlroy, another good tee shot down the right-hand side and the right side of the fairway. Both these players will have an opportunity to get to this par 5 and 2.
Yeah, with a look to try to pick up a birdie for Thomas and McIlroy. Shut out so far. Dustin Johnson, the long birdie bomb at 3, and the huge par saver at 4 has a lead on a Saturday, 14 under. Dustin Johnson in front by 1 as we continue coverage of the Tour Championship from East Lake Golf Club on PGA Tour Radio.
Surface. He's just outside 25 feet. That'll be for eagle for Justin Thomas.
Wow, so he can make the big move there without any birdies yet, but a chance to get back within 1 should Justin Thomas eagle that early par 5. Made par there yesterday, so JT, the former FedEx Cup champion, trying to get on the board in a big way at that par 5, the only one on the front 9. You know, you've got DJ back in front now, winner to start these FedEx Cup playoffs, number 1 in the world, and it's something we've talked about a lot during this return to golf ever since mid-June. 14th event now since the return to play in the PGA Tour. In order to win, all these players have had to beat some of the very best fields in the game of golf. In fact, 8 of the 14 events in this return to golf, including 5 of the last 6, have each had the top 5 players in the world in their respective fields that week. And entering today's second round, we mentioned this early, top 4 players in the world were the top 4 on the leaderboard. 1, 2, 3, and 4. DJ and John Rahm tied for the lead to start today. Justin Thomas and Rory McIlroy in that penultimate pair, the second to last group out. And it's been a battle of the game's very best so far throughout this return to play, and it has been this week. What you'd expect, the cream rising to the top, and right now it's Dustin Johnson surging in front, but John Rahm hit that great shot at 5. We could be tied up again soon, Mark Carnevale.
Rory, Earl, it was a good tee shot for Rory McIlroy at the par 4 6th, again uphill, 503 yards, and from 199 yards, Rory landed it just about pin high of this front left hole location. The ball chased into the middle back portion of the green, and Rory now on the other side looking at this eagle putt, which is going to be 35 feet. It's going to be pretty speedy. It should have mostly turned from his right to left, and I think, you know, for people that follow the game of golf, listen to us, watch it, you know, they would assume that front hole locations are the easiest ones, and I would inform them that they're not necessary. This hole location very close to the left-hand side of the green. There's that bunker left. So just because it's shorter doesn't always make it easier now, as Rory McIlroy will walk into this 35-foot eagle attempt. It's been 5 pars so far for Rory. Got it up and down back at the 5th. Also got it up and down at the 2nd. He's got to be careful with this one. Again, this is one that will definitely turn right to left the whole way, and even more so when it slows down. That putt is away from McIlroy. Starts to the right side. This has plenty of pace. Turning left towards the hole. Up to the edge. Oh, it just stayed right. Rory kind of looking that one a little bit confused. That rolls out to about 3 feet. So McIlroy will have that for a birdie to go to 10 under here at the par 5 6th.
Yeah, so he will get within 4 of the leader, Dustin Johnson. Let's go back to Bill Brzezinski.
Well, Dustin Johnson, 17 feet for a birdie here at the 5th. This is downhill and should start this maybe 2 balls left of the cup. Down the slope it comes. That needs to turn right. Oh, boy, that was really good. It just hung on the left edge. That'll be a par. DJ will stay 14 under.
And back to Doug Bell now up ahead.
Here at the par 5 6, Justin Thomas using the putter from just off the green from 14 feet. Eagle try on the way, and it comes up about a foot short of the hole. That's not all bad because that is going to be his first birdie of the day as he walks up and completes that package. And Justin Thomas now moves to 12 under par with a birdie at 6.
Now, that was a really good look. McIlroy, only the 3rd player today to get home in 2, and he had that long putt above the hole. Justin Thomas's shot just off the front edge. That's as close as anyone has gotten with the second shot. So that was a good look for him, but it's going to be a birdie pickup as well for Justin Thomas. He needs it. Mark Carnevale.
Earl and Rory McIlroy rolled in that 2.5-footer for his birdie here at the 6th. So both players pick up a shot. Rory McIlroy now to 10 under.
Great second shot back at 5 for John Rahm. Let's see if he can cash in, Bill.
John Rahm time to take advantage of that great short iron he hit into this 5th green. 4.5 feet, slightly uphill. And this to tie DJ at 14 under par. Shadow right over the golf ball, back through to the cup and in. Walked it home, no doubter for John Rahm. His first birdie of the day. He and DJ go to the 6th at 14 under.
They just keep going back and forth, don't they? They've done it for a couple of weeks now. They've done it all week so far, first couple of days of this tournament. And Dustin Johnson and John Rahm now the co-leaders again, 14 under in Atlanta as we continue PGA Tour radio coverage, the final event of the FedEx Cup playoffs, round 2 of the Tour Championship. Atlanta, Georgia this week. The city of Atlanta, roughly 500,000 residents. It was founded in 1837 as Marthasville at the end of the Western and Atlantic Railroad line, and a decade later officially incorporated as the city of Atlanta, and a longtime home for the FedEx Cup playoff finale, the Tour Championship, as our coverage continues from East Lake Golf Club. Earl Forsey with our PGA Tour radio team. Dustin Johnson started the week as the FedEx Cup points leader, so began this Tour Championship on Friday at 10 under par with a 1-shot lead. He was caught by John Rahm 65 on Friday. DJ pushed back in front early in the day with a birdie, a long birdie outside 30 feet at the 3rd, and he has just been caught by John Rahm again after a great shot from Rahm, hit it close at 5, and now they're co-leaders again at 14 under par. Let's go back to that final group on the front 9. Bill Brzezinski.
Well, Earl, issues off the tee for both our players. John Rahm, who had the birdie at 5, teed off first, and this is a par 5. It's only 503 yards, but the key here is give yourself a good chance for eagle by hitting it the fairway. Rahm pulled his left, got behind the ball. He's on a big upslope. He does have an opening. He does not have a tree issue. It's just a matter of picking the line and the club, so he might be able to get it on this green in 2. Dustin Johnson leaked his to the right. There's 2 fairway bunkers on the right side of the fairway, and he has passed the bunkers, but the ball passed it by like a foot. So he's on the grass. I think his right foot may have to be on the edge of that bunker or in it when he hits this second shot. So we'll see what these guys can do, but that's why they're at the top of the leaderboard. They can get out of trouble. We'll see what they do here at the par 5 6. Both players 14 under.
Yeah, and the one thing today, even though it's 503, scorecard is 525. I mentioned when McIlroy got home and had that 30-plus footer a few minutes ago, only 3 players have reached the green in 2. A bunch more, maybe half a dozen or so, have just been short of the putting surface there. And Justin Thomas just missed about a 15-footer, which was really the best look of the day so far for Eagle. Even though there has been a 3, it's been from back of the fairway. Ryan Palmer knocked one in from just inside 40 yards after being short of the green. So, it is a par 5. It's tough to get home in 2 today, so both players likely looking to lay up and trying to make birdie, maybe a go-ahead birdie for either one, the old-fashioned way. Mark Carnevale.
Earl, the penultimate group, teeing off at the par 4 7th, 490 yards. Good tee shot for Justin Thomas. Really challenged the left bunkers down the left-hand side of the fairway, and that ball carried past him and kicked into the left side of the fairway, and he's going to have a great angle to the back right hole location. Rory McIlroy's tee shot landed in the right side of the fairway and kicked it into the right rough. He'll have a shot to the green, but it'll be difficult for him to challenge the back right hole location here at the 7th.
Yeah, so Justin Thomas and Rory McIlroy both coming off birdies in their first of the day at that par 5 6th hole, making up a little ground, and remains to be seen now if DJ or Jon Rahm, after errant tee shot, certainly Jon Rahm, the farthest offline, if they can make a birdie here at the par 5 where you really need to, Doug Bell.
Earl here at the 7th green. Xander Schauffele has 30 feet putting through a shadow, uphill putt. This would catapult him to double digits, 10 under. And here comes the birdie try, climbing the hill, making the move from left to right. And it'll come up maybe 2 feet short. That was severely uphill. Should maneuver that, and the X-Man Xander Schauffele should stay at 9 under par and bogey free.
9 under for Schauffele, the former Tour champion, the winner in 2017 when Justin Thomas, back when you didn't have to win the tournament to win the FedEx Cup title. That was the year Justin Thomas won his FedEx Cup crown, and one of the many in the mix. Both those players are, Bill.
Well, Jon Rahm now, second shot, choking down on an iron. There's just no way he can see where this ball is going to end up. That's a steep slope. Takes a big rip at this one. That's going to land on the far right side of the green and roll all the way to the back of the putting surface. Boy, I'll tell you what, that is a great shot from where he was. He could just see the tip top of the fairway as he was hitting out in that rough there. The good news for Rahm is he got a break. There were no trees in front of him. There were trees all around him. And now DJ is in this. He's not in the fairway bunker, but has an awkward stance. He's got 192. Rahm's shot was from 207. And DJ has selected a 6-iron here. Let's see if he can get it up the slope and on the green. Falls back at contact, walking up the slope to see where this ball is going to land. And that's just short of the green. It lands in the fairway. But again, that was a tough shot. It's a tough stance. So he'll try to make an up and down. Not a lot of green to work with on the chip shot, but the short game has been pretty good. So both players with opportunities here for eagle and birdie. They're at the par 5 6th. Both players are 14 under.
You're right, Bill. It was a very awkward stance. And DJ was on a tremendous upslope. Ball was actually sitting okay in the Bermuda, so that 6-iron probably came out about like an 8-iron. Not surprised it came up short. Good news is he's in the closely mown fairway grass, and that zoysia sits up so well. It really makes these types of pitches a little more doable than if the ball were to sit down. So he has a great chance still to make 4.
Yeah, well, Mark, and I mentioned, there's not really a par 5 where a lot of players are giving themselves eagle putts. That's a pretty good play, really, for DJ, where a lot of the birdies have come from just short of the green. What about Jon Rahm? No one has been there today. That is over the green. I mean, that's going to be from Athens. That one, 120 feet away from the back edge with that front hole location. He's going to have his work cut out, Mark Carnevale.
And from the right-hand rough, Rory McIlroy, 180 yards. Again, not a great angle. Should be able to get this ball onto the green, but I think if you land this more than 175 yards, that would be a mistake. You don't want to miss it right, and you really don't want to go long. As McIlroy gets this one out, this towering shot working towards the center of the green, left side of the green, lands on a downslope and then kicks through the green to the left-hand side, just in the first cut. That's about pin high. It's going to be a challenging up and down, but a pretty good shot for McIlroy, just pin high left in the first cut here at the green at 7.
Yeah, 7 is an example of how tough these hole locations can be. It is 25 yards on but it's only 3 steps, 9 feet from the right edge. So if you go right at it, you've got probably about 22 yards of bunker and rough grass to carry. And so when you make your mistake like Rory did there, I shouldn't say mistake, you've got to favor that open side of the green to give yourself all the green to work with. This course is very challenging. Can you imagine, Earl, today if the wind were blowing 20 miles an hour?
Well, Justin Thomas was indecisive. He had a couple of clubs, just gave one back to Bones, so he's selected what he wants to use, Doug Bell.
Yeah, Earl, that was quite a discussion. Held those 2 clubs for quite a while. And now ready to go from 162 yards, left center of the fairway. Back right-hand corner where the hole's cut in this elevated green. JT watches, tells it to get up, and gets a nice kick off the collar right onto the putting surface and all the way to the back edge. And he'll have a good look outside 15 feet. But Justin Thomas looking to go 2 birdies in a row maybe and get to 13 under par.
Back one down, back to Bill Rosinski.
All right, let's see what kind of touch John Rahm has from behind the green, ball in the rough, but just made it through the second cut by about a foot. He's got 37 yards to where the hole is located, front left, downhill all the way. Third shot here at the par 5. Just kind of jams it with the blade. I don't think he likes this. Nope. I think that club got stuck in the grass. It's not even going to make it halfway down that slope, and it's fine. It's still moving, but sliding off to the left. But unfortunately, that's well outside 30 feet, and that'll be for birdie.
Yes, we could hear the groan from John Rahm. Oh, no, because that Bermuda rough, as we just looked on our monitor to replay, grabbed it. I mean, it's like someone reached up and grabbed it. And that's what makes Bermuda rough so difficult. There's a lot of educated guessing as to how the club's going to go through it.
Now off the front of the green, DJ Bill.
Yeah, chip shot from 51 feet, and this gets up to this front left hole location. I think he wanted to be a little bit closer than that. That's in the 6-7 foot range. He'll have that for birdie. So both players missed the fairway, couldn't get on. Have great opportunities for eagle, but Rahm will have a long birdie putt. DJ inside 7. We'll see if one of them get to 15 under.
Yeah, that's what happens with a green that slopes hard back to front, with this, which this one does. So with that front hole location, he was trying at all costs to stay below it, not running it above the hole. He did that, just a little further away than he wanted.
Colin Morikawa inside 10 feet for another birdie. This one a straight putt and right in for Morikawa at 12. So he's made 4 birdies today. The PGA champ now -7 for the week.
Yeah, he's one of those guys like Brendan Todd, Xander Schauffele making a move. They're all 3 of them, including Morikawa, 3 under par for the day. And so there are some good scores to be had.
Some players are making their moves today, Bill.
Yeah, John Rahm, the big issue with John today is he's hitting greens, but the problem is these putts, 46, 34, 23, 52. Those are the length putts that he could not make. Made the short one at 5. And this is 40 feet now for birdie here at number 6. Again, downhill. Sun is out. He'll putt right through his shadow again. Trying to get to 15 under par. Gives it a tap. Down the slope it goes. Inside 10 feet. Inside 5. That's hanging out to the left. Boy, the pace was absolutely perfect. Just hung out on the left side. That'll be a 5 for John Rahm. He'll stay 14 under.
Let's move up one to Mark Carnevale.
Over here, just left of the green in the first cut of rough, Rory McIlroy has chosen putter from 62 feet. The one thing you got to be careful of is this ball could hop coming out of the first cut. He's got to put across the green from left to right. About the last half of the putt is back up a slope as that ball gets onto the green smoothly. Out to the left, now turning right. This ball needs to go. He had it read correctly, just didn't hit it hard enough. That looks to be outside 10 feet maybe from McIlroy. And that'll be for par. He'll have another tough par save, this one here at the 7th, to stay at 10 under.
Yeah, so McIlroy a little confused there. And look, yesterday he got things going really on the back 9. Made 3 birdies on the front, dropped a couple of shots, made 5 birdies on the back 9, shot 30 coming in. McIlroy with a birdie finish. So that's when he made up a lot of ground, and he's going to have to do that again today. Even though he's got a tough par 4 coming up next. That tough driving hole at the 8th. 7th tee now. That's Dustin Johnson off the tee. A little club flip, but leaning as this one's headed offline. Will it hang in? And it just gets a great kick. And it's not in the fairway, but it stays just barely in the first cut. So he knew that one was headed left. It hangs in there, but it is a missed fairway for Dustin Johnson. But 2 birdies now on the card. 15 under. He's back in front by 1.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, the fairways of Zoysia, the rust are Bermuda, but the Zoysia creeps into that first cut of rough, so he's going to be fine. Ball sitting up there for Dustin.
And now John Rahm, who's not able to take advantage of the par 5, so he is 1 back again. Had to respond already today, 1 down. He made birdie at 5. It's a tough stretch, though, 7 and 8, and then you've got the difficult long par 3 coming up at the 9th as Rahm settles in finally. Big lash with the driver, and he's eyeing it now, quick to pick it up. So he looked at it for a while. This one's up the right-hand side. Good drive for John Rahm, and, the fairways for him, he's only missed 1, so that is much better for John Rahm early in the day on the front 9, but now he trails by 1 again, 14 under, 1 behind DJ.
Yeah, we go out to the 13th hole. Colin Morikawa with his second shot from the left side of the fairway, hitting a high soft cut, trying to get this ball to land softly. Lands right next to the hole and releases to the back edge of the green, just outside of 12 feet for a back-to-back birdies.
Well, now after birdie at 6, DJ, for a second time today, is edged in front. 1-shot lead for Dustin Johnson on the front 9 on a Saturday. It's round 2 as PGA Tour radio coverage from Eastlake Golf Club in Atlanta continues. Second round of the FedEx Cup playoff finale at the Tour Championship. Atlanta, Georgia for the FedEx Cup playoff finale. As always, it's round 2 at Eastlake Golf Club and the Tour Championship. Earl Forsey alongside a former Tour champion, 10-time winner on the PGA Tour, Mark McCumber. Our analyst this week, Dustin Johnson, has a lead on a Saturday, 15 under par. This is the second round, remember, on a Saturday. We're headed for a Monday finish on Labor Day. Colin Morikawa, the PGA champ. Mark, you described a great shot he hit into 13 just above the hole. Just missed that 16-footer. Left it on the lip. It wouldn't fall, so he taps in for a par. He's 3 under in the round, though, 7 under, so making up a little ground today when DJ a couple of times now has made birdies to edge in front of John Rahm for that 1-shot lead again.
Yeah, no question about it. Morikawa's having a great tournament, playing well today, 3 under par. But if Dustin Johnson and John Rahm keep this pace up, they're starting to get themselves further and further out in the lead. I don't know if you could afford to go into the final 2 days being 8 or 9 shots behind Dustin Johnson and John Rahm the way they're playing. But we'll have to see what shakes out. I still believe that they're going to have to stumble for someone out of the middle of the pack to come catch them. But they're working their hardest to extend the lead.
They're back at 7 now. Let's go to Bill.
Now John Rahm, right edge of the fairway. This is a 9-iron from 157. The hole today is 25 up, 3 from the right. Rahm 1 back. Contact made. Watching this coming out of the partly sunny skies, and that lands middle left portion, back portion of the green. Can't be really happy with that. DJ will play quickly next, although he is still not about to hit this out of the left rough. Mark McCumber yesterday, Rahm hit 3 fairways, and he ended up 3rd in proximity, 26 feet. He's only missed 1 fairway today, and he's either 27th or 28th, and he's got 45 feet and another long one. Here's a pitching wedge from DJ from 153 yards away, and once again in the rough, doesn't want to be too aggressive here. That lands on the middle of the putting surface, and he's outside 30 feet for birdie as well.
Yeah, sometimes, Bill, that tells you statistics don't tell the whole story. You've covered all the different sports. I'm sure you've seen the same thing in football and other things. A quarterback may be 6 for 20, but 4 of those are touchdowns. I don't know. It doesn't always add up, but that doesn't make much sense today. As good a ball striker as John Rahm is.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of the Tour Championship, the final event of the FedEx Cup playoffs, from historic Eastlake Golf Club in Atlanta, Georgia. And as we do at the top and bottom of every hour in our live play-by-play coverage, time now for a leaderboard update brought to you by MasterCard. Tap and go with your MasterCard, the simple, secure way to pay.
Dustin Johnson, long putt coming up at 7, but a couple of birdies on the board for him. Clean round so far, and he's edged in front, 15 under, back in front by 1. Front 9, round 2 of the Tour Championship. John Rahm, 1 under through 6, trails by 1 at 14 under. Former FedEx Cup champ, the winner of 2017, Justin Thomas, also 1 under in his round. He's through 7. 12 under now for Justin Thomas, back to where he started the week, 3 shots behind. Former Tour champions, Xander Schauffele up into a tie for 4th with Rory McIlroy at 9 under par. Schauffele 3 under through 7. Rory's even par on the round today, and then tied for 6th. Brendan Todd, Sung Jae Im, they're in the same group, 2 under through 9, identical round, so they are now 8 under. But that's 7 shots back, Doug Bell.
Here at number 8, Xander Schauffele came out of the bunker with his 3rd shot 5 feet past the hole. Now looking to salvage a par to stay bogey-free, clean card. Putt on the way, dead center. Boy, he's good at those length putts. And Xander Schauffele rammed that home to stay bogey-free and 9 under, heading to the par 3 ninth.
Corn Ferry Tour, Springfield, Illinois this week. The path to the PGA Tour at Panther Creek Country Club, the 5th annual Lincoln Land Championship, presented by LRS. They are late in the 3rd round now. Charlie Saxon has a 1-shot lead at 18 under par. Anders Albertson, 2nd by himself, 17 under. Carney, to you.
Earlier this week on the Canada Life Series, Albert Pistorius won at 8 under par for a 1-shot win over Cullum Davison, Andrew J. Funk, and Yi Chow. The event was held at TPC Toronto's Heathlands course.
And a slim 1-shot edge for the FedEx Cup points leader, the man with the lead coming into the week by 2, Dustin Johnson, has been going toe-to-toe with John Rahm for the entire week so far, and right now it's DJ back in front by 1, Bill.
Yeah, 45 feet now for John Rahm. This is a birdie try here at 7. Across the screen from left to right. Should move a little bit to his right. DJ's going to have a 41-footer. Gives it a wrap. Across the green it goes. This has nice pace again. It's going to miss on the right. Slid by outside 3 feet, so he's going to have to put a coin on this. Gives us a little groan there. So he's got some work left to stay at 14 under.
Let's head up 1 hole, Doug Bell.
Justin Thomas, left center of the fairway here at the 8th, has 150 yards to the hole. That's 142 front, then plus 8. JT bogey-free and 12 under par. There's that waggle where he looks at the club, now puts it behind the ball. And the swing. Holding that follow-through. Watching this ball flies high, now down on the green, lands softly left center of the green, bounces once and stops. It'll be a birdie try outside 25 feet for Justin Thomas to get to 13 under par.
The reigning FedEx Cup champ, the 2-time FedEx Cup champion Rory McIlroy, he hit his tee shot right. So if you're going to miss, you can't miss left where there's water. But McIlroy's going to have a difficult time playing into that tough par 4 now at 8. Mark Carnevale?
Yeah, it's another missed fairway. This one coming at the par for 8 for Rory McIlroy. Just 145 yards, but he's coming out of the rough. The fact that it's back into the breeze could help McIlroy. Ball's sitting kind of on the top third of the rough. So limit down a little bit, but not a lot. McIlroy digs that one out, sends it way up into the air. This hole located on the right side in a little bowl. That ball lands left center of the green. That chases towards the back left edge. And that just hangs on to the fringe over there, but that is going to be a tough up and down for McIlroy. All the way across the green to the right side over ridge. McIlroy off the green here at the 8th and 9 under.
Yeah, it's about as far away as you can be. That's 70 feet plus for McIlroy back at 7, Bill.
Yeah, Dustin Johnson now middle of the green. Far right hole location, uphill. 41 feet for birdie, and this will move to the right. Up the slope it goes. He stands up as soon as he hit it, and he hit it way too hard. Wow, that blows by the hole. And ends up, it might be 7-8 feet away. So I think as soon as he hit it, he knew that he had blasted that ball, so he's going to have to work to stay at 15 under.
You might have to test him for powder burns on his hands. That's out of character for what we've seen over 2 days from Dustin Johnson. His speed has been really good on the greens. But again, if you put yourself in that position, as big as these greens are with all the movement, it's not that hard to have a putt outside of 30 or 40 feet and run it 6-7 feet by, or come up 6 or 7 feet short. We've seen a lot of players do that.
Let's go back up ahead. Mark Carnevale.
Earl, just off the left edge of the green in the fringe, Rory McIlroy going to choose putter. As you mentioned, this from 77 feet. And about 2/3 of the putt is into the green. It gets to a ridge, and then it goes down green. And once it gets over that ridge, it'll go downhill and then turn to the right. McIlroy would dearly love to get this up and down. Again, he's choosing putter. Makes contact, ball hops onto the green, now gets to the ridge, but this is going to come up well short. And it's going to catch a little bit of the slope and work down towards it, but that's going to be outside 10 feet. That's probably closer to 15 feet for McIlroy. Again, looking puzzled. Have a lengthy par save as we head back to 7 and Bill.
All right, Dustin Johnson, a little tester here for his par. 7.5 feet.